good.
Horns means go.
Always, for me.
Last time on D&D and Alamar, the party finally ventured back to the surface after going back and forth a few times, avoiding the Duergar, avoiding any further enemies, and perhaps giving up their chase of the White Hoods. They made their way to the surface once again to find the storm had abated. The snowy cliff face upon which they found themselves did not offer much hope, as the party dickered over whether to go back down again, or to scale the cliff face downwards and explore this northern tundra upon which they found themselves. The party gave in to the DM's tip. Maybe they should look outwards. And they did! They spotted a small village in the distance. Could this be their hope? Could this be their salvation? We don't know, as the party didn't make it before we ended, due to sleeping party members.
Who fell asleep?
If you don't know, maybe it was you. Will the village welcome them with open arms, or will they fight them back? Find out tonight on D&D in Alamar!
That was so good.
Good intro? Good intro? Huh? Did I do okay?
Pretty solid. Alright,
yeah.
I like the interval there. Who fell asleep?
I was just uploading like all 4 of the sessions that I hadn't put in yet. I was like skipping through, so I had like sort of titles that I could give them. They're just like, oh yeah, that moment.
I remember like waking up and I'm like, oh, we see a camp? And you're like, alright, we're gonna call it. I was like, why?
Yeah, we were just like, alright, oh, I guess that's a good starting point. Alright, so you trundle through the deep snow drifts, the trees to either side, sparse, though enough to block your vision of the open tundra beyond. As you move through the snow, the chill wind pushes across your flesh. Those of you without the cold immunities shiver slightly as your sparse clothing provides little protection against these elements.
Am I still stuck with pine?
Yep. You find what you hope to be a welcoming sight. You see a number of small huts and crude wooden structures with small trims of smoke drifting from their ceilings, their chimneys, and little holes set within their wooden tops. Perhaps here you will find help, safety, equipment.
How far
Perhaps
away?
here you will find a direction in which you are going.
How far away is this little village?
You're about you're about 200 yards away at this point.
Alright, well. Given my hodgepodge appearance of tying various remnants of clothes together to fashion some sort of cold protection throughout, how do I look as far as the original prisoner garb is? Like, if someone saw me, would they be like, wow, that's an escapee?
Well, what are you looking into to take a look at yourself?
I pose it to the party. Eric's not want to go back to camp. Still look like prisoner?
As he says this, you all realize the majority of you are still wearing At least the cast-off robes you escaped in. Whether you've added to that or not, your simple robes are still present.
Aren't I wearing one of the guards?
You are the only one, I believe.
Alright, so you are all my prisoner.
I'm going to shuffle forward and use minor illusion to give myself the clothes of a humble traveler. Got a scarf around my neck to cover up the skeleton claw, or hand, holding my neck.
I forgot about that.
And then looking over the group, say, yes, if anyone asks you, you belong to us. We're taking you to a very important place. You're needed. They don't need to know more than that.
So, the guard has a average traveler as as like a second for 4 prisoners or 3 prisoners.
I mean, they don't know why. They don't need to know why.
You've served your sentence and you're being reintegrated into society. Let's get you clothes.
I'm gonna say I am gonna have to work on my performance for this one, and start saying what are those vernaculars for unique New York and what have you.
How now, brown cow?
Susu Studio. Susu Studio.
As we approach the town, once we get within, I'll say 50 yards, I'm gonna start kind of slinking behind and close to Pavu, just for fear of other townsfolk and what they might think of me.
And I'm going to kind of go to the head of the group. Or towards the front, anyway.
And I'll be directly behind Zook.
What was the name of the prison camp again?
Preslav.
Yes, Dave, thank you.
Not German at all. I mean, not German, Russian.
So we're continuing towards the village?
Yep.
Yep.
Perception checks, everybody.
No, that's a good start.
That is a great start, Dave. Way to go.
I had an actual good start. I thought I wasn't looking at his roll. I thought it was going to be equivalent.
Right?
Sorry. 13.
All right. So as you approach, you all see what appears to be an ordinary village. You see what appears to be a number of people out and about. Some seem to be working on some kind of rack, whether it's clothing or tanning leather. It's hard to tell as you approach. And you can see a number of racks where meat is drying quite clearly. You see what looks to be a number of folk either beating rugs or furs out on stoops in front of their buildings. Eric's and... Oh, not Baracus. What is the right name? Dodor, sorry. Eric's and Dodor. You see, you recognize a new number of different shapes. A number of, you recognize that there are dwarves among this crowd as well as men. And it's hard to tell at this distance, but you see a number of more waifish figures which you presume to be elves. As you approach within about 100 feet of the village, you realize you've been spotted as you see a number of folks running indoors, doors slamming, and you start to hear a few calls within the village, though it's hard to make out. Your best guess, if you give me wisdom checks.
Everybody?
Yep. Oh, all good wisdoms. Wow, everybody rolled well in wisdom. Recognize that the village is going on an instant defensive mode. As you can see a number of the menfolk grabbing weapons that clearly weren't far from hand. And a small group seems to move out slowly in your direction. Hopefully, at least in your minds, to greet you.
I am not heading up this conversation.
I'll step forward and welcome them with open arms and a great smile. How far away are they?
Less than 50 feet.
I call out to them. Well met, villagers. We, no need for alarm here. We're just a simple group of, freshly freed men looking to make our way to our new land of Prosper. Just passing through.
Give me a diplomacy check.
What would that be?
Charisma.
Okay. That will be a 16.
Surprised the bard didn't step up. Dave's like looking at the screen like, I could talk. I could talk. What was your roll?
16.
A large brute of a man steps forward. What looks to be a large wood axe, leaning on one shoulder. I am Erman. I am the speaker for this village. What business do you vagabonds have?
Well, we work with a release program. We're integrating these free men back into the working world. We've only come here for some basic supplies and maybe a little bit of shelter. Think you might be able to lend a generous hand or at least let us purchase some of your wares before we're on our way?
Give me a perception check.
That'll be a 19.
Alright, as you look closely, you can see what appears to be some very faded tattoos ringed across his both his arms and on his cheek. As you look closely, you realize that they seem to be stylized bears and bear claws. You seek to bring prisoners from your slave country here?
Oh, no, this is not our destination. We just happen to be passing by. We're
You
on
are
our
a
way to our
slaver.
labor farm. Oh,
No.
no, I'm an employer.
No, we're free men. I'm glad to have this opportunity to prove my worth. I'm a singer, you see, and I would like dearly just to have the chance to do it once more.
He looks closely at each and every one of you, looking for some kind of reaction or indication, any kind of signs that you may make. As he looks at you each in the eye.
I beam proudly at John Ray, Jay.
I would have rolled performance, but I was being truthful.
Nobody wants to give any sign, wink, smile, nod, nothing?
Well, I smile.
Yeah, I got it from you. I was asking for anybody else because he's looking at everybody.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, I'm smiling.
We even come bearing gifts.
You bring tribute to the tribe of the bear?
Yes. A few hundred yards out, we took care of a little problem. And I hauled out the troll head.
Huh. That is a problem. The trolls are getting restless. You can work for supper and shelter. Yes?
Only fair?
Does singing count as working?
No.
I say it with a smile.
Come
Can
here,
I sing
baby.
anyway?
If you must.
For coin?
Ooh, supper jokes.
Got a giggle bear, man. You've got a giggle bear.
I'll remain sheepish, but Eric's work for food.
His eyes widen as he gets a good look at you. You bring a monster to our camp?
Stepping in front of Eric's. No, he's no monster. He's one of the most useful members of our work crew. He can reach places that hardly anyone else can, and he doesn't seem to mind the mess. He's honestly a godsend.
You bring a kobold here.
He's proven
Kobold,
himself-
where's your dragon master?
Eric's no have master. Eric's tribe dead.
He holds out the large wood axe, literally by the handle, pointing it directly at you, seemingly unfazed by the weight of the iron head, pointing it directly at Eric's. Where is your dragon master?
If it makes any difference, he's proven himself loyal many times. He's even attacked his own kinds to help us. And
You
he
do not
helped.
know much of kobolds, then, do you?
I mean, the one I've met so far seems.
The fact that he has not killed you in your sleep should be the only blessing you take from his presence.
I chuckle heartily at that and say, this isn't my first kobold that I've rehabilitated. You see that big brutish fella there? You see, kobold seems to like to follow someone with power, and as long as he's with us, I don't think that kobold will be acting up anytime.
This true kobold, is that one your master?
I'm gonna kind of like.
I'll pick up on the hints.
Ah,
There have been enough. Oh, yes, Pavu Master. Eric's no have kobold tribe. Pavu guides.
And you, Pavu, you vouch for this lizard?
I want to make a knowledge. I'm trying to see. I don't know what check you want me to make. I'm trying to see if I can recall the clan of the bear.
You can make a knowledge local check, but it's going to be a disadvantage since you were isolated.
Okay.
You're from the region, so you might have, but your Goliaths are very isolationist.
Yeah, no, I know.
So I'll allow it, but disadvantage.
Alright, disadvantage. So, I mean, yeah. 8.
You know there are a number of human tribes running around the northern tundra. You're pretty sure you've heard the bear mentioned, whether it's the clan of the bear or something else, you're not sure.
I step in front of the extended wooden handle. How far away is he?
About 30 feet from you.
Okay. Alright, so I step in basically in the line of the extended wooden handle. I vouch.
As he steps away from me, I'm going to begin to just kind of like cower in the position I was.
No, he was pointing the handle at you. I'm stepping into
He
the.
stepped in front of you.
Yes, but
I'm
I was
stepping in
also,
front of you.
I was also sticking close to you because unknown humanoids and just the general perception of kobolds. So my shield kind of took a step away. So even though you're standing in front of it, okay.
He's stepping in front of you.
I'm literally
between you and
stepping
them.
in front of you.
Got you. Sorry. I still begin to cower, but better position.
Like if anything, it would be bolstering, not.
Right, I get what you're saying now. Sorry, I was misunderstanding all of that. So yeah, I will cower behind Pabu.
Very well. If you cause any trouble, the axes will find your neck. But you can consider yourself welcome for this evening. We have a guest hut you can use. You are welcome to join the food line.
You said we must work. What
Yes.
work?
There is a wild beast that needs putting down. You can hunt it in the morning.
Very kind of you. Thank you.
Thank me after you've killed it.
What kind of beast?
We will talk over food. Perhaps if you are successful there, you can help us out further.
I'll nod sheepishly.
So tell me about your clan of the bear. What you guys doing up here? It's kind of cold.
You come to the Tundra and know naught of the clans?
Oh. No, not really.
That is foolish.
Huh. I like to strike while the iron's hot, if you know what I mean. I don't really think about things too much before I do them.
That is a good way to die.
Or meet interesting, fun people.
And
I
die.
laugh at the mention of the halfling dying.
Come. I will show you to the hut.
To the hut, to the hut, to the hut, hut, hut.
If you need anything, just ask for the speaker or for Herman. They will lead you to me.
Just to clarify, Herman or Ermin?
Are you asking out of character or in character?
Yeah, I'm asking out of character, yeah.
It's Herman, but he says it with an accent.
Okay.
I heard vermin.
I may choose to misremember that.
You want to call him Vermin, Dave? You can call him Vermin if you want. You know, see what happens.
Welcome to this town. You all just did swimmingly. We're gonna put you to work, give you food, shelter, and you're dead.
Don't fuck with Herman.
The tribe of the bear turns on us, starting with the halfling.
They're not turning on me. I'll jump ship.
This is
I
a
don't
good
give a
point.
fuck.
Maybe they can only kill the halfling. Eric's would sacrifice him.
I'd be like, hey,
What?
have them.
Eric's
What
not
do you-
doing anything. It'll help.
How could you be mean to Dave? He's got a nice new haircut and everything.
I don't have a new hair. I actually bashed my head and was bleeding earlier.
It looks better than normal.
Okay, that was kind of rude.
Of all the things that we've said and done to you in D&D, Dave,
That's the
the
first
one
one
you
he
call
said. That's
out.
the first one, yeah.
Discussions of many gigantic black dildos and what they may or may not be.
Clearly,
used
because
for.
we're hitting it on the head.
Yes. Yep.
Maybe that's what caused Dave to bleed.
Yeah. He's like totally fine with all of that, and he's like, really, man, my haircut?
I smashed my head into the...
The dildo?
Yes, the dildo. Smashed my head straight into the dildo.
You know, you can report domestic abuse, Dave. It's not a joke.
Yeah. It might be weird at the wedding, but, you know, whatever.
Oh yeah, speaking of the wedding. So, Ryan, you mentioned hotels. Adam, are you getting a hotel?
Most likely.
Mike, I'm sorry I didn't invite you.
All good.
We'll send you pictures.
Or you can just crash if we ever actually go out to Providence.
I was just asking. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll probably get in a hotel. I mean,
Okay.
normally people get hotels when they come from out of town.
Dude, you're in
Yeah.
you're in Pawtucket. Like, there's nobody around here from Providence, and I'm not going to drink in Providence and then drive 45 minutes home. Especially when I don't have my daughter. So,
Yeah.
that's the only reason I asked if you were, like, you can literally call the hotel and they won't charge you anything and just be like, hey, I want to block out 10 rooms.
And they'll give you a better rate for us.
Yeah, they'll be like, okay.
What's the price range you guys are thinking?
I don't
Yeah, that doesn't.
I don't care. Basically, like, when I'm going to a wedding, if I gotta drop like $100 for the night or $150 for the night, I don't give a shit. Because I want to go, have fun, and then when I'm shit-faced in the hotel room, I want to have a nice room.
Yeah.
Alright.
Literally, it's one night. If this was like a destination, I'd be like, fuck you, Motel 6, but it's not, so.
Do we know if Canada's coming?
I have no idea.
You'd have to talk to Canada.
Yeah. That was my intent, but then I looked up and he was gone.
You have poor timing, Dave.
So if I were you, I would get a head count, and then like call, get a head count from people that you know that are out of town, and then call like a hotel, and be like, hey,
plan on at least 60% of those people getting a hotel where you call.
Yeah, because they'll give you, because you're booking 15 rooms, they're gonna give a discounted rate.
Okay.
That's generally how it works.
And Adam, we're trying not to have kids. If you didn't know that.
Covering already. Thanks.
Okay.
No kids for Dave.
What? No little Horakowitzes?
No kids for Dave's wedding. They're trying not to.
Wait, that's not what I meant.
All set, Dave.
I meant
at the wedding. These are things that, like,
look, I'm really.
We have to think about, because, like, I can't tell you how many times I've been like, oh yeah, no problem. And they're like, so no kids, and I'm like, oh yeah, I got one of those. Okay, yeah. She can't come.
I'm really curious and in a good conversation with Dave about reproductive cycles and stuff. You know.
No, you never know how it could have come up.
We'll leave Penny behind. I'm sure she can watch herself for a night.
All right, Canada, you coming to my wedding?
I got to work out the date with the bosses and whatnot, so we'll see. I'll be able to tell you by your.
Cool. All right.
I intend to, if I can.
All right, and then I'm assuming you would also get a room, if you do.
No, he's gonna drive back to Montreal when it's all said and done.
I'm just saying he might watch Penny. He may go back to watch Penny.
Wait, where's the wedding? I didn't see the. I thought it was in Pawcatuck.
It's in Pawtucket.
Pawtucket.
Different towns, man. Come on.
It's like 45. It's Providence.
Yeah, it's the town north
of Providence.
Providence.
North of Providence.
He's like, so you guys are coming, right? Yeah. I'm like, are you gonna get a hotel?
Canada looks perplexed.
Because he probably was like, yeah, I'm crashing with Ryan.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Like, oh, Pawcatuck, yeah, whatever. No, Pawtucket. So Rhode Island and Massachusetts are really fucked up. So it goes like Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Massachusetts. The second Rhode Island is Pawtucket. Why? I don't know. But that's how they did it. It's like you hit Fall River and it's like, oh, we're in Mass. It's like, no, no, no.
It is always funny while you're driving and you see like an exit ramp for Rhode Island and it has to say Rhode Island on it because you're in Mass, and then you see an exit, another one like later, Anyway.
Or like you always expect like the welcome to Massachusetts, and you don't get it until you hit the second Massachusetts. Where it's like, okay, no, for real, you're here now.
Whatever.
I got so lost when I went up to visit Steve because I'd never done like that section.
Mm-hmm.
So he was in what, Bridgeport?
I don't know. I thought he was in Bristol.
That's what it was, Bristol. So it's like we hit Mass, and I'm like, shit, we went too far. It's like, no, you didn't. You got to keep going. There's more Rhode Island.
Oh yeah, because you have to go around the giant bay.
Yeah.
And then go
But
back
still,
into.
still the same concept. It's you hit Mass in like the Fall River area, and then you're Pawtucket, and then you go a little east, and that's like the Bristol area.
Mm-hmm. Unless you want to, just pay for the Newport Bridge.
Fuck that. Yeah, but that's like that adds so much extra time.
Yeah.
Because it's not just straight 95 and then you're off and you're there.
Mm-hmm.
That is truth, Adam.
He gets so much aggro for it. I just assume like that's like not even assume like that's just
She's
his life.
probably been drinking since like 5 o'clock. She's like 2 bottles of wine in, and she's just raging.
It's funny. I've never seen Laura like other
She's
than
like-
super nice when we were visiting.
She's like the nicest person ever, and then you get booze in her, and she's like borderline abusive. Like, I've heard her playing games at night where she's been like screaming at him. Where I'm like, dude, like, go hit her with a frying pan,
That's why we never see him with his shirt.
call the night, and deal with the repercussions in the morning. Because that's the only way you're gonna end this. And he's like, I'm thinking about it.
We're recording.
I don't care.
Well, then
Nobody watches this shit.
And we've already talked about your domestic abuse a ton, Dave, so...
what?
We've already talked about your domestic abuse a ton.
Yeah.
Dildos don't count.
You get railed. Well, I mean, it's consensual domestic abuse, but it's still abuse.
No, but
Those don't count.
what are we talking about?
We could ask
Apparently
your
dildos
butthole
not
how it
counting.
feels about that.
What are we talking about?
Jesus.
That Australian streamer who like got
Walked off camera and popped his wife. Yeah.
his pregnant wife.
Yeah, but he was a streamer.
Yeah.
He had
He had
followers.
people watching.
Yeah, there were people watching him play the game, and he was like, "Alright,
Let's be honest, the recordings are more for, hey, what did I do in that game again?
Yeah.
Okay.
who fell asleep?"
Or for me to go, how do I do what do I do on this recap? I don't remember. Oh, okay.
Where did we end off? Right. Speaking of ending off, so I believe we're following to a food hut.
You get led to a small hut, which provides limited protection from the wind outside, though considerably more cozy than sleeping in the open air. A small fire pit sits in the middle, and you can see what appears to be a conical opening on the top of the roof to allow smoke to escape. A small stack of firewood sits within the hut itself, and a few crude pallets are spread around the room. Other than that, it's barely more than the dirt floor, as you can see what appears to be old dried hay and rough spun blankets strewn about, providing limited flooring.
There's no, like, not that I'm saying, like, fancy furs, but there's no, like, decent blankets.
No. There's about 3 pallets that have definitely seen better days, and a few, and what looks to be like cast off blankets and old sheets, essentially. Made of rough spun cloth.
As soon as I walk in and see that, I'm going to turn around and exit the tent and begin working my way to, like, another tent to ask for Ermin.
Well, Herman just led you here. He's right outside.
Oh, he's right there?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to turn around and walk back out. Excuse me.
Yes.
You made note that these are not northerners.
And
Could I perhaps request more wood or better blankets?
the wood in there will last for more than the night, which is all you need. You'll set off in the morning, and if you complete your task, you will be welcomed back. If you do not, there's little loss to the tribe.
But the task will be completed.
So you say now.
So I know now.
You have nothing else to offer us. We give you meager offerings. The tribe does not lose much if you fail.
Then can I negotiate if we succeed?
No. The tribe offers what it has to give to those who bring nothing.
But if we go out tomorrow and succeed,
Key is if.
I take a deep breath,
Speak
clearly
more.
starting.
We can speak more after you conclude your hunt. When you have earned my respect, you will earn more from the tribe. As you are now, you are vagabonds. Take the charity that I offer of the tribe. Do not whine for more.
I growl lowly at the comment of wine.
He gives a small chuckle and turns to walk away.
Eric's not knowing what vagabond is, but straw softer than cave floor.
You know nothing of me, Ermin, as he walks away.
And you know nothing of the tribe of the bear.
I give a chuckle, and yet we must go kill the monster that your tribe cannot.
And yet you come crawling looking for handouts. Do not press me further. And he walks off, heading in the direction of what appears to be a large pile of wood waiting to be split.
I'm gonna eat and stoke the fire.
You gotta start the fire first.
Ah, fuck.
And you don't see any food yet. Though you
Oh.
recall he mentioned you can join them for their eating later.
Oh.
Nope. I could have pushed it. I didn't.
I'm just joking. I know you could have.
I walk back into the hut, grumbling about pathetic handouts. And I move right to the fire pit and to get a fire going.
Alright. Give me a survival check.
That I can do.
With advantage.
With advantage?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're in ideal conditions to start a fire. You got dry wood, sheltered from the wind.
Anger.
I just stare at the wood and it lights.
It ignites!
20.
Alright. That doesn't take you long as you get a fire started. What's everybody doing while he starts the fire?
I want to go talk to Herman.
Speaking of fire, I need to go work on the one that I actually haven't. So I'll be right back real quick.
He's starting the fire. Eric wants to go talk to Herman.
Yep.
Interesting. The door stands mutely staring at the beginnings of the fire.
I'm going to take care to leave all of my kept my short bow and whatnot in the camp with the party, so that I am unarmed approaching him.
Okay. You all watch as Eric's walks out, leaving his gear behind. What are the other two doing?
Eric's, where are you going?
Talk to Herman.
I don't think that's a very good idea.
Need information.
About what? Do you want me to talk to him for you?
Eric can speak.
I know you can. But if you didn't notice, he has some prejudices against you and considers you less than a person.
Eric's asked about other kobolds. They also less than person. Perhaps he shares.
He views you as an attachment of Pavu. Would you like Pavu or me to speak for you to ask about other kobolds?
Eric's not saying no one come, but Eric can speak.
I will come with you.
Pavu's still here. Pavu just tending fire.
Alright, the doors, you come back. You overheard some brief grumblings outside between Pavu and Herman. Pavu came back in grumpily and started to get the fire going. Zook seems to be staring at the makings of the fire, much like yourself. And you just overheard Jay talking to Eric's, who had put his gear down, seemed to be walking out, indicating that he wanted to go speak to Herman about other kobolds, and Jay offering to speak on his behalf. Now you're all caught up.
And then I'm going to give Eric's a bardic inspiration die.
No faith. No faith.
How are you inspiring him, Dave?
I'm going to say, Eric's, I know that you're more than you're the same as me. And I'm going to...
Eric's not same. Eric's kobold.
Doesn't
I
look
know
like you
he-
inspired him, Dave.
I know you're not less than me. And I'm going to start singing, Eric's, isn't it for the kicks? He'll shoot any spy who threatens his Goliath ally. A little
We got the
Nitty.
first verse of your song. Look at that.
I was gonna continue because I think Eric's is technically shorter than you, but I'm not sure, so I let it.
I was thinking about asking who's taller.
You're 2'8", and I am
3-1.
3'1". 3'1".
Close.
Eric's is less. Okay, Jay, we go talk. Jay,
All right.
short friend, what have I been calling you?
Halfling.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Okay, short
I don't know
friend.
if you've actually talked directly to him.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay, short friend, we go talk.
Alright, let's go.
Zook, what are you doing?
So once Pavu starts making the fire, I'm gonna make my way out of that hut. I'm gonna kind of. How large is this village?
Maybe 100 yards total.
All right, so I'm just gonna kind of do a lap, looking at any sort of structures, any sort of cultural signs. Kind of, fascinated by the area. And once that's done, I'm gonna get in the food line.
All right, give me a perception check as you're going about. As Jay and Eric start walking in the direction of Herman. Dodor, you can do anything? Or are you just going to watch the fire being built?
Dude, I'm so out of it because of what just transpired in this house, so...
I figured it was something like that, but I wanted to touch base anyways. Oop. Alright. Eric's and Jay, as you approach, you note that both Herman and the few men around him who are also chopping wood seem to pause in their swings to stare at you as you approach. Sneaking about already, lizard. Haven't stolen anything, I hope.
Not sneak. Just came hoping you'd be kind enough for question.
Your kind is always sneaking, taking what they can if they think they can get away with it.
He just wants to ask about his kobolds, about kobolds.
Ah,
Not mine. Mine all did, but
looking to join a new tribe then,
no. Make enemies. Want no information if you have.
He looks at you blankly for a moment.
So on our way here, yeah, on our way here, he attacked some kobolds who attacked us. Long-tooth kobolds. I don't know what color or what tribe they were from, but he just wants to understand where they are and know what threat they are, or if you know of any others around, to see if we have endangered if we're in any sort of immediate danger from any kobolds that are in the immediate area.
Again, you show your lack of knowledge of kobolds. They would not attack our camp. The Longtooths are somewhere to the south and the east. It's hard to keep track of kobolds. And you have the Ice Tails to the north.
I'm going to turn to Eric's. Is there anything else you would like to know? To ask of our humble host?
No. General location, big. Eric's not no other tribe, so...
Good. Go back to your hut and don't steal anything.
We won't. Thank you.
Zook, as you take your quick look around, you note that most of the buildings are quite crude. Some of them show some refinement, though much of the better-looking wood seems to have been recycled from somewhere else, at least in comparison to what most of the buildings are made of. You note that a number of the villagers seem to give you a bit of a side-eye as you walk around, though the dwarves seem to be quite a bit friendlier than the humans or the elves you see. In fact, one walks up to you. "Oh there, what be a gnome doing round here?"
I give a slight bow and a grin. Just passing through. I'm helping rehabilitate some newly freed men, and just looking for some shelter for the night on our way back to the work camp.
Interesting. You would not happen to be an alchemist, would you?
Well, I dabble, but I wouldn't say I'm a master.
A shame. I'd use for a master alchemist if you happen to be one. I know your kind tends to like their small explosions.
Well, perhaps I could take a look. Maybe I could help you out.
Do me your iron guard of the bear. He holds out a hefty paw of a hand.
I reach out to grab his hand and say, "Zook Alvin Glyn Nipper Stupple Duck Knackle," but my friends call me Zook.
Zook, a pleasure. Welcome to the tribe.
Thank you.
What does Herman have you doing?
There's a beast we're to slay in the morning.
Ah, the young Ramaras, then, I suppose.
What was that?
The young Remaraz.
Remaraz. He didn't make mention as to what it was, just said we could do a service for your town in dispatching of it.
Well, dispatching it before it grows would certainly be a service. We'd be putting together a hunt ourselves in the next few days. If you hadn't come along, I suppose. Can't have that thing growing.
Well, the party that I'm leading, we're not really familiar with the area. I don't think I've heard of that creature before. Actually, can I do a history check, see if I have heard of that creature?
You can do a basic intelligence check, sure.
That would be 19.
Though you don't recall much detail, you remember coming across a passage mentioning the fearsome fire beast, centipede-like creatures of the north.
Well, though I'm somewhat familiar with these somewhat insectoid creatures, the party I'm leading, they're from out of town. You see, they're not very familiar. Any tips you can give us? Any weaknesses?
Beware the ground beneath your feet. They like to burrow and surprise. I believe the beast is still young, so it should be no more than 15 or 20 feet long.
And I know that they're accustomed to using fire. Do you know of any defenses we might be able to take, or any weaknesses it might have we could use?
It's not fire, it's they heat the ground around them. It's how they survive. They burrow using it, and then tamp it down so the snow above them doesn't melt. And they ambush from below. Do not worry. As I said, it's a young beast. It shouldn't be able to swallow you whole yet.
We should hope not. But back to this alchemy issue you had. May I take a look?
If you're not a master of the craft, I doubt you'd be much help. No offense.
But it is not that I wish to help you. I was hoping you could help a aspiring master. Surely I could learn from whatever it is you have going on.
It's what I like about gnomes. Always interesting. Sure. Come to my building. He points to one of the structures. After the meal tonight.
Ever eager, I kind of bow. Thank you. I certainly will.
Farewell, Zook. And good
Farewell.
hunting.
Could you type his name out for me?
How dare we?
It's in the buckets.
The buckets.
Oh my.
Okay.
1G. I overtyped that.
Thank you.
Alright. So, Eric's and Jay, you're making your way back to the hut?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. Whenever Ryan puts his headset back on, the fire's built. The door, you watch as he finishes getting the fire lit. So right now I have the door and Pavu alone in the hut with the fire going.
Yup. I'm gonna go get food.
Alright, as you start to exit the hut, you run smack dab into Jay and Eric's returning. As you ask this question, a single tone of a bell rings out, and you can see everybody moving towards the center of the small village.
Hey, you want to bring this out too? Our stuff.
Where you can see what appears to be a large fire going with what appears to be a large animal roasting over it. You can all hear the bell.
Alright, I go to the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to stay here to watch the fire you just made? Or should we put it out and rebuild it? How much do you think there's enough wood to keep it going, or do you want to build it again later?
Oh, just bring me back a bowl. I'll go collect some wood.
There's enough wood in there, you believe, to keep the fire going for a while. Assuming you're there to put it on the fire.
Well, I just don't want to burn down the hut.
Alright, I'll stay back. Bring me a bowl.
Okay,
All right.
will do.
As you make your way back over to the fire, You note that there are what you'd estimate to be about 50 or so people gathering around this beast. You are handed what appears to be a large trencher of what you'd suppose would be a large slice of stale bread with the inside hollowed out. And as you approach, a large slab of meat cut from whatever beast it is that's cooking is laid on top. And a pot nearby is ladle sauce on top of it. You note Herman stands with his arms crossed, watching as each of the villagers collects their portion.
I'm gonna wait until they're done.
One of the village women waves you over, holding out one of the large pieces of bread.
I'm gonna say, "Can I have two? My friend is watching the fire in the tent."
You notice she glances over at Herman, who gives a short nod, and she hands you a second.
Thank you.
Indeed.
I'm Jay. I'm Jean-Rie. My friends call me Jay.
I'm Mary.
Nice to meet you. And I'll go throughout the line.
Okay. In short order, you're each given your large slice of bread, meat, and sauce. As you take your first bite, you're surprised at how flavorful this combination ends up being.
I'm gonna bring it back.
Are you all going back to the hut, or are some of you mingling?
I'm going back to the hut because I.
Right. That's why I said all. I'm asking for everybody.
I'll mingle.
I'm going back to the hut so as to not alarm anyone.
Yeah, I too will mingle, sitting in a group if there are people sitting.
Oh.
People tend to be standing around walking and talking to their neighbors, it seems. Seeing you have your food and at least two of you standing around, Herman approaches you. I suppose you wish to know what beast you will be hunting tomorrow.
I had actually spoken to one of your men. He said it was a young Remoraz?
Indeed. You are crafty to have learned that already. And I hope this does not put you off your meal.
Oh no, he assures me it's not large enough to swallow me whole quite yet. Shouldn't be too much trouble.
Maybe not swallow, but bite you in half. Or crush you. But, he looks over at Pavu. Your friend assures me that you will be successful. I hope that you are.
I'd bet my life on it.
I'll give you one bit of advice. You see glowing snow, whether it be orange or blue. Beware, for you might have found the Remoraz's hole. Its chitin glows with an icy blue, while its back spines produce an unnatural heat, allowing it to surface no matter what you put on top of it. They are ambush predators.
You know,
I don't know where its mother or its spawner came from. Does not seem to be in the area, but this young one has made its way to the territory and will cause problems if not stopped now. Any questions?
I personally don't have any. It seems you've told me everything I need to know. Avoid glowing snow. Yeah, Pablo, you have anything to add?
I shake my head.
Excellent. Enjoy your meal then. Rest well, and good hunting.
Thank you.
He turns and walks away.
I'm gonna make my way back to Mary.
Okay. She seems to be doling out the last of the bits of food and looks to be packing up.
As she's packing up, I'd like to examine her hands to see if there's a wedding ring.
God damn it, Mike.
She does not, though you do notice she seems to have some intricate bear-like tattoos across her skin.
Can I do any sort of check to see if that means she's claimed by another?
No. You don't have sufficient knowledge to make any kind of check.
Alright, so I'll walk over and introduce myself. Hello, name's Zook. This is some fantastic food you have for us.
Thank you. It's my grandmother's recipe.
So, what's there to do in this town? There doesn't seem much to do once the sun goes down.
Candles are dear. You sleep, or you guard.
Where are you sleeping these days? I'm sorry, that's a weird question. You doing anything there tonight?
Sleeping?
See, he likes girls, but he's like, that has no charisma, so he's not good at it.
Oh, is that the problem?
Or you're trying to hit on me. It's kind of weird, man.
Hey, if you say it's you, it like emerges.
Good, I'm going to keep saying it's me then. I appreciate what you're trying to do, man, but it's weird. There you go. Chris has got it.
So yeah, I asked her if she was doing anything tonight.
And she told you she was sleeping.
Oh. Well, do you need any company? Two is warmer than one. And I kind of raise an eyebrow and give her a look.
You're sweet, but I don't do gnomes.
Shoot straight for the moon.
I'd like to use minor illusion to make myself look like a dwarf.
That's just creepy. Enjoy your meal. Goodbye. She turns her back to you and goes back to packing up everything.
Thank you. And with a little shaken, I kind of stumble away, kicking pebbles as I go. Hands in pockets.
Lawrence, I think he wants to fuck you.
He keeps trying. Second character this campaign so far.
Hey, keep giving me female NPCs, you'll see my magic.
There are women in the world, man. I can't help that.
He's a wizard. That was funny.
Damn it, Dave.
Oh boy.
Just Canada shaking his head.
So once I finish kicking some pebbles and shake off the embarrassment, I'm gonna go meet Dormir Ironguard of the Bear at the hut he had previously pointed out.
Alright. Pavu, what are you doing? As you watch as your friend gets shot down quite blatantly and then wanders off in the direction of some other hut.
I'll go back. I'll finish eating and just kind of people watch.
Alright. You note that most people seem to cast glances in your direction, though nobody seems to approach. Until what appears to be a young half-elf walks up to you. You note that his shirt is pretty wide open and his entire chest seems to be covered in some intricate tattoo work. Hey, what are you doing around here? You're big. Don't think I've seen a Goliath out wandering on his own a long time.
I look him up and down and continue eating.
Oh, tough guy, huh?
I would not consider myself tough.
Ah, so you do speak. What's your name? Which tribe are you from?
I am known as Keen Eye.
You get that because somebody poked you in the eye with a stick?
Quite the opposite.
What is wrong with your eyes? He leans forward, getting into your personal space as he stares into your face.
They are multicolored.
He leans back. So, you're the brains of your group, then, I'm guessing.
The brains?
Yes, the brains. You do all the smart talk, yeah?
I'm sitting, correct?
Yep. That's how he's able to lean into your face, otherwise.
No, elf. Me dumb but strong.
He starts laughing his head off, turns and starts walking away. You hear him calling out to a few of the other villagers. This moron!
I stand up. Is that what you do to all your guests? Belittle them?
He looks over his shoulder, then his eyes go up as he realizes you're no longer sitting. Glad you can make it to your feet, buddy. He continues to walk away and gives you one of these over his shoulder.
I've always understood tribesmen as a proud people. I call back to him. Not
Turns
those
back.
of ignorance.
He puffs out his chest. I'll show you. And he stumbles forward as you see Herman come out seemingly out of nowhere and smack him upside the head. You will go find somewhere else to sit and leave him in peace. He does the tribe a duty. You will respect that until he proves otherwise. The half-elf seems to shy a bit at Herman's presence and scurries off. Herman looks you in the eyes sternly. My apologies for him. The young are often brazen.
You do not need to apologize for him, though you are leader. All men and women must be held accountable for their own actions.
He will learn. Enjoy your evening, Pavu.
I give a nod. And to you.
Alright, everybody else is back in the hut except for Zook and Pavu. What are you guys doing?
Eating and sleeping, basically.
Alright.
After I'm done eating, I'm going to go out and see if anyone's interested in a bit of song.
The door?
I will chow. And I will join my bard for... But I will ignore his music and commune with nature. See what these lines will tell me.
Alright. Give me a wisdom save as you're communing. Give me a performance check as you're performing.
Flare Jacques, dormez-vous.
You failed. That's a natural one right there.
I get to re-roll those.
Yep. Not if you roll them twice.
16.
Alright, Zook. As you walk in, you find yourself in a much more, at least compared to your hut, opulently appointed. You see heavy yeti and bear fur spread around across the ground and against the walls, retaining heat. You note that the actual dimensions are very similar in that you see a fire pit in the middle and a small conical opening up top. What catches your eye almost immediately is an array of alembics and other glass tube work against the far wall, and the large number of what appears to be plants drying and hanging from various hooks on the ceiling. Dormir greets you heartily and proceeds to teach you some about alchemy.
Sorry.
Jay, though not everybody seems to be interested or even enjoy your musical tastes, your performance is strong enough that a number of the youth seem to take to it and start to do various dances and enjoying themselves in the evening. Didor, as you're communing, the air outside of Jay's noise-making, seems to be still and silent. You think you could grow to really enjoy this tundra life. However, as you try to get a sense of what's going on in the world around you, the world seems to pulse back a sense of wrongness to the north.
I will inform my party once I return to them.
Alright. As the evening wears on, you all make your way to bed. Zook ends up crashing in Dormer's hut, falling asleep on the warm furs after obtaining great alchemical knowledge. You gain a few points, a few good pointers, and learn a few things about local plant life. For the next week, you have advantage on knowledge nature local checks and on alchemy checks. After that, it depends on your continuing knowledge. Alright. As dawn breaks, you all awaken to the sounds of a village coming back to life, as people seem to go about their required chores, as they remove what appears to be a light coating of snow, having covered many of the walkways and porches of the small village. You hear wood being chopped once again, what sounds like a party of hunters gathering and heading out to the south. As Zook makes his way back to the hut, you are all awake, and you find a small basket of local tubers left out on your porch for food and breakfast.
This beast we hunt, where is it located again?
Good question. Also, what is it?
Did Dormir ever mention where it was?
Nope, nobody asked.
I'm not sure where it's located, but they tell me it is a young Ramaraz. It is a insectoid that likes to burrow. Apparently it can get a little hot when things get crazy.
Anything I can pull from, like, kobold knowledge about that? Are they occasional cavern dwellers or anything?
Disadvantage intelligence check.
Nine.
You said a number, I didn't hear it. What was it?
9.
Yeah, no, you have no familiarity with this beast, whatever it is.
Eric's not know that. Big insect?
That's what they tell me. They say that it's still young, not large enough to swallow us whole, but certainly large enough to do enough damage. They say to watch out for any orange or blue glowing snow, as that might mean it's underneath you, or you may have found its den. Other than that, that's all they really had to tell me. We'll have to find out where to look for it.
Okay. I will eat the breakfast that's been provided, and I'm going to try to do a little bit of fletching before we set off.
Okay. Give me a wisdom check.
19.
Alright, you managed to successfully craft 3 wooden shafts, which you believe will fly fine.
We should find out in what direction this beast is. And, you know, last night I kind of felt something. Something bad's happening north.
Eric's here. Icetail's up north. Icetail's bad?
What are ice tails?
Kobold tribe Eric's here about yesterday. Ask Herman about Longtooth. Hear about Icetails. Well, halfling ask.
Perhaps I should go speak to him myself. You guys finish up here. I'm gonna get on a location and get more information on these ice tails. And I'd leave the cabin.
If you're going to ask about Icetails, I'm coming with you.
Alright, now give me a charisma check.
Both of us, me,
Nope.
him.
I'm assuming Eric's is doing his staying in the shadow bit, so just you.
Yep, I'm pretty much just sticking to you so as to alleviate any concerns that other people may have, but I'm curious about the information you're trying to get, so.
Well, luckily I rolled well with a 0 charisma, 19.
Alright, well, you get a surprisingly friendly reception from a number of the elves as you walk around. They regret to inform you that Herman went out with the hunting party of the south, but they point you in the direction of their cold forge they have going, where you see Dormir banging away at a piece of metal.
Dormir, I hear you're the man to speak to.
Depends on what you're looking for. How can I help you?
I don't think I formally introduced myself. I am the door, son of Min.
I believe that is the door, but nice to meet you.
I chuckle. It's become apparent to me that my party never asked as to a general direction of this beast.
Last seen somewhere in the northwest, I suppose. We don't know where Den is, but that was the last sighting.
So strange that a mere insect couldn't have triggered. You know, they also said something about ice tails up north. What are ice
There's a
tails?
kobold tribe up that way, yes. They burrow into the occasional mountain or hillside, sometimes hang out in the trees. I'd watch for ambush. Kobolds are ambush predators. And he looks meaningfully at your companion.
I nod heartily as he says it.
They like to stab things in the back. And he gives you a meaningful glance. Be careful.
I look up at the door. Don't worry, Eric's not have knives.
I'm just gonna shake my head. Do you know of what or whom they follow?
Not at present. They tend to find somebody or some beast of power and follow it. Last I heard, they were an offshoot of some white dragon's tribe. But I don't know what they follow now.
Interesting.
If Eric's can, you know Longtooth?
The Longtooth tribe? Well, I am familiar.
Eric's may have made a bit angry.
They're kobolds like yourself. They'll forget about you once the next bit of meat comes along.
Maybe so, but just in case, Eric's hoping maybe you know weakness? Something Eric's used to advantage?
Hit them with anything. Kobolds are weak. They're only a danger in numbers, or if they lead whatever their master is.
Okay, thank you.
Insight? You holding anything back as it's talking to a kobold? Do I sense racism here? 16.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, yeah, obvious, right? But is he holding any information back?
Yes.
Sorry, that latter half of that was stupid.
Yes, you detect racism.
No,
There
but
is significant racism there. You don't know if he's holding anything back, but you definitely pick up on the fact that he was trying to warn you about your kobold companion.
I wasn't helping that.
the enemy of your enemy is your friend. Surely them killing each other is to your advantage. Sure you're not holding anything back?
He cocks an eyebrow at you. It was nice to meet you, Dor. Good hunting.
Well met. And I scurry back to the party.
Alright. You're all reunited and it feels so good.
So where are we going?
We head northwest.
How far?
We'll find it.
Okay.
Besides, the balance has told me we should be heading north. There's something up there. These kobolds intrigue me.
The what told you?
The balance.
Like a scale?
Yeah, Sylvanus says everything in balance.
Oh.
And there's
The
something off
balance.
scale to the north.
Oh, okay.
Zook, as you're examining the wand, you realize it is a wand of extended burning hands. It acts as if you're casting burning hands normally, except its range is increased to a 20-foot cone instead of a 15. Or you can reduce it to a 10-foot cone and deal an extra d6. It has 3 charges, and it recovers 1d4 minus 2 per day.
See how good it is to have wands?
You've only had it for like 4 sessions. I'm assuming the tubers were pretty filling, and no one's left really wanting.
They're filling enough, yeah. I mean, they're not satisfying, but they're filling.
Well, I mean, as long as everybody's sustained, I'm not going to burn a good berry. So really, the question was, is anybody still hungry after that? Do we?
No, there are enough there that everybody can eat their fill.
Okay.
That came with a bucket, right?
It came in a small woven basket.
Woven basket.
Don't steal it. He'll think the kobold did it.
Okay, can we rewind for like maybe a minute? I want to collect some kind of container or bucket back at the camp.
I mean, what kind of container are you looking for? There's a bowl.
So it's weaved, and I have prepared to create water. So I would like something to have the water go into.
I mean, how much water can you create? Zook has.
You can create a shit ton of water. Free water creates a lot of water.
I mean, we have some stuff that's worth something. We could try to barter. We have Yeti pelts. We have a mace. We have leather armor. The leather armor seems like...
Are you looking for like a water skin?
Yeah, I think
That'll
so.
work.
Alright, they'll give you a water skin for a Yeti pelt.
That is not a fair trade.
No, it's not.
Maybe we kill this bug first.
I'm gonna take that as a cue from Lawrence to go kill the bug first. So I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, we're gonna
No, if you want a water skin, that's what you could. That's the price.
Get the tribe on our side first, then
Yeah.
trade.
You're perfectly willing to make that trade, if able to make that trade, if you'd like.
Guys, we're gonna grind until we get exalted in Clan of the Bear.
Be right back. Just changing my battery.
It's kind of how it comes across. I mean, we don't have to get exalted, I'd say, but the grind up to friendly is pretty quick.
So I was gone for 20 minutes because my sink. I look under it and there's like this pipe that's just gone.
Like the
Nothing there. I was
the horseshoe one.
the J pipe, yeah, just gone. I was like, what connects my sink to down there? I'm like, what the fuck? I spent like 5 minutes looking for this pipe because I had just plunged it, and nothing's there. It's like, what the fuck? So I grabbed the pipe and I just like start shimmying it up. I was like, oh, okay. It went into the floor like by a foot. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I put the thing back in. Meanwhile, Laura hasn't eaten, so she's screaming at me. And I'm like, what? And I go put it in, and it's connected with nothing. There's no thread on the pipe. There's no plumber's tape. There's no plumber's caulking. It was just put in nonchalantly.
You go here now.
What the fuck? Yeah.
That's
Canadian piping or plumbing?
that's rather alarming. Like how long have you been there that this is held up like that?
4 years? Held by nothing?
The real question is how much of your other plumbing is held together by nothing.
That is the other scare.
The worst part about it is the plumbing goes on my neighbor's portion of the basement. So I don't know how fucked their basement is right now, and they're not home. They just had a basement.
That's rough. Yeah.
Yeah, have you just been dumping water into like their basement?
No, I'm worried about what the fuck just happened where it dropped like a foot below the basement.
Yeah.
I don't know if the plumbing's fucked down there. I have no access. I can't see it.
Basement's flooded. Neighbors are actually dead.
What happened to Ryan?
Probably got up to 10 fire.
Decided to fall asleep off camera tonight.
Boo, 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 boo.
By the way, how late are we going tonight?
I mean, it's a work night, so I'm assuming the usual 10, provided no one falls asleep.
Yeah, God, that intro was fantastic. Because Ryan, like, right on cue. Who fell asleep? Well, if you don't remember, maybe it was you. Then you just worked it straight into your fucking recap. It was great.
The timing was perfect, too.
Yeah, I know.
I've been working with that song now for a little while now, so I'm starting to get the rhythm.
Speaking of which, Dave, can you shift genres to gangster rap? I would love to see you attempt the gangster rap every week.
Yeah, that'd be great. The halfling rapping. Dave the halfling rapping. That would be pretty good.
Ja Rappa the rapper?
Oh shit!
It's canon now. Alright, let's go kill a bug.
Is it a bug or is it something more?
The centipede,
bum.
apparently.
Eric's is working off limited information. It's a bug.
Eric's is always working off limited information.
Even when he has all of the
Even
information.
fully informed.
You know my brand. Let's go kill a bug.
Sorry, I had to. The fire didn't need wood yet when I left last time. Definitely did that time.
Alright, so we're heading out.
Yep.
I just want to double check. The door does not want to make that trade.
Fight me, Lawrence.
Just checking!
What's the trade?
Yeti skin, Yeti hide for a water skin.
A full Yeti pelt for a water skin. Yeah, no.
How
And
do
also,
you-
that's our bag.
No, we have 5 inside the bag. We have 1 that we made into a Yeti pelt, or a Yeti bag, and then a bunch inside.
What's your strength, by the way, Dodor, if you're carrying all this?
I'm now carrying it.
It's 10. Was that 500? No, that's not 500. That's bad math.
500. My strength is an 18 and I can carry 540.
I believe it's 15 times, so it's 150.
Yeah, 150.
150.
Plus, you got the good old carry as a large because you're a Goliath. So
Yeah, you
Oh,
get
yeah.
an increase, yeah.
Is that 20 times?
I forget what it is. But,
No, that's why it's 540.
yeah.
I can carry 540 pounds. I can push or drag 1,100 pounds.
the door's
Considering... Did I tell you the weight of the pelts? I'm pretty sure I did, didn't I?
I don't know.
I don't think you did, to be honest. But
No, I don't think you did either.
Well,
I
each
just-
pelt's 40 pounds, so...
What?
Holy
It seemed like 5.
so, it's a fucking Yeti, bro.
So
How big are Yetis?
So Pavu's carrying these.
Dude, you
Put
literally
those-
had Pavu lift it so you could skin it. How big are Yetis?
It's a full animal with meat, bones, fat.
It's like 9 feet tall.
Oh, okay.
Heavy fur.
It's like a 1,500-pound animal.
Wait, you gotta put it in Canadian terms. It's like skinning a moose.
Bigger.
with heavier fur and bigger.
One of them long-haired moose.
It's okay, we can call Palin. She'll kill one with her bare hands.
Moose are tanks, dude. No way a Yeti's bigger than a moose. A moose is like 6 feet tall and like 9 feet long.
It's
said it's
9 feet tall.
Your counter to that is
9 feet long plus 6 feet tall. Do math. How wide is a Yeti? It's not 9 feet long.
Lawrence is your mythical creature bigger than a moose.
Generally, yeah.
Boom.
Fuck you guys.
DM.
I love how we're arguing about in Canadian terms.
Yeah. Is a moose bigger than a mythical creature? He's asking Laura. Her opinion doesn't matter.
You watch, Rudolph. The Bumble is not a tiny thing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he's annoyed with us or with Laura.
He's laughing already. Alright.
All right.
So how many Yeti petties?
Yeti petties. How many Yeti petties can I get?
How many Yeti
Oh
petties
my
do I
god.
have?
You gotta go down to the Korean store. They'll give you all the Yeti petties you want.
Any Yeti petty you want with $5 happy ending.
How much does a Yeti petty cost?
Oh Christ! It was 40 pounds each, right?
If you have to ask, you can't afford
How
it.
many was it? 3?
5.
5?
So we have 200 pounds of Yeti fur.
Plus your other gear that you stuffed in there.
Which is, I mean,
Not a lot, but it's still
It adds up.
We have
for
no.
the guy that can only carry 150 pounds. That's a lot.
yeah, he's.
Well, I have all that now, so we're moving on.
The door's actually been over encumbered the entire time, just slow walking
Yeah.
Skyrim style.
Come on, guys.
Dragging the Yeti petty. That's what I'm calling it from here on out.
All right, I'm gonna begin tracking out the. Is there a northern exit to this town, or is it like we gotta loop around? I'm gonna head
It's
north.
open structure, so you can walk between buildings and head north.
Okay.
If you give me a survival check to determine north.
Yeah, you can have that. I think that's a. Hold on, I gotta pull up my skill. 24.
24. Yeah, you know north.
All right. I'll begin tracking out north. Attempting to track. I wish that he almost had his mic live so we could just hear him go around the corner. Are you serious?
I mean, at this point, it's too late to save the neighbor's basement. So
yeah.
Yeah, you get the dailies when you do tournaments or the poppers or the events as well. You can do all the extra stuff without being ranked.
Yeah.
It sucks. I got to earn my diamond back.
I've been doing like ranked matches, but for the dailies. So I'm like, I'm gonna take this trash Merfolk deck because I need blue and green spells. Nork, nork, nork.
Oh, I totally
And
do that.
taking like 4 losses.
Hey, you tweak that Merfolk deck. It is not trash.
I know it's not. I need to look into. I
You
need to
tweak
look
that
into how
thing.
to
I think
tweak
pretty
it.
friggin' diesel.
Yeah.
Dude, Ryan, that's exactly what I'm doing. Just struggle busting my way through bronze right now.
I got reset to gold for the new season. Pissed.
I'm on
I
gold.
I went down 2 extra gems because of the reset.
I went up.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was silver and I went up to silver 1 and then hit gold in like 2 matches.
I thought you just said you were bronze.
I did.
Or was that
No,
Adam?
Adam's bronze.
I'm
I'm gold tier 1 right now.
Nice. You mean tier 4 or you're tier 1?
Tier 1.
You're ahead of me right now then.
I thought you said you were diamond.
I was before the season reset.
Oh. Yeah, I'm gold tier 1. Dude, my vamp deck is beast. So fun.
Alright.
Black, white, or pure black?
Black, white.
Guys, it sounds like we need to have a fucking tournament right now. Alright, Thursdays are tournament magic days.
Dave falls into the Remoraz pit.
No, I took the black-white vamp deck that they made, that they give you, and I completely retooled it, and it's fucking diesel. I don't run planeswalkers, but
Get Vraska, Scheming Gorgon, put that in there.
really,
She's a good one. Yeah, she's a good one for it.
I was told Sanis, Ramis. It's like the planeswalker vampire.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I like Vraska better. But do you?
The one you get an emblem and the other person loses the game if they get attacked.
It's not an emblem, sadly. It's just for the turn. All your creatures get death touch, and if they deal damage to a player, they lose the game.
See, I see. With the way my life deck works, I would play Sanis or whatever his name is.
But she also gives all your creatures +1/+0 for her pump up, or it's a -2 and return 2 creatures to the battlefield.
Well, that plus all the new spectacle stuff of like, if this creature gets blocked, then it deals 1 damage to the opposing creature would be.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'll have to look at it. I don't have any more mythic cards because I just tried to build the
Adam trying to steer us back.
I tried to build the white blue and I burned all my
Wild cards.
wild cards. So I gotta build them back up.
Eric starts leading the party in the direction he believes to be north, heading out into the cold
I'm
tundra
checking them.
as the cold wind blows.
I'm checking them. Survival. 16. I don't know what he rolled, but
I got a 24 on direction to determine
okay.
north, and then check away. Don't get an outline.
I wasn't. I did. I said 16.
As you head north, you note the temperature today seems to be dropping quite severely, as a few sparse trees you pass seem to crack beneath the cold as you walk by.
Noticing the dropping temperature, I cast Druidcraft.
A small ice ball forms in your hand.
Hail? What
gonna
does
be
that mean?
cold.
Just really cold.
Perception checks.
Do you guys have warm gear yet?
No, not really. As we pass the cracking trees, I'll touch pine as I'm going.
Perception. Killing it.
And Dave's not.
And
here,
Jay
man.
fails. And Jay fails his with a 2. You can't say 1 because he'll come back and be like, I couldn't get a 1.
You got 2 ones.
Zook and the door. You notice after marching through the tundra, keeping your eyes peeled for this colored ice you've been warned about, you note what appears to be a bit of a, what's the word? Almost a large trowel in the frozen dirt, as if something burrowed through the ground to some degree, leaving a large swath of disturbed earth. Though quite shallow, you note your friends do not notice it.
Mind your step.
I'll try to keep a better eye out for colored snow and whatnot, since he called attention to it.
Alright, we still moving at normal pace, or are we slowing down?
Given that he pointed out the disturbance, doing a little.
Didn't he say like it would be like a cave-in almost if we walked on it?
It looks like something large had dragged through it almost. Through the space.
Could I see how frozen the dirt is? How long ago this might have been disturbed?
The earth itself seems to be rock hard.
Okay.
And everybody that's not immune to cold, give me a con check. Dave.
Is that the only disturbance in the area? Scouting around a little bit as this goes on, does that repeat anywhere, or are there like a smattering of them, or is that the low?
You haven't spotted any additions yet.
Alright, I won't.
You do note that Jay seems to be shivering, and his appendages seem to be turning blue. Takes 2 points of cold damage.
Hey guys, it's a little cold.
Well, get moving and find a stick. I'll make you a little fire.
Whereas I
Okay.
haven't seen any repeating occurrence of it, I will not slow my pace down at the moment. I don't have anything I can offer for him to burn. I can give him a stick, but it's a small stick, like one tailored for an arrow shaft. So
Maybe some pine needles. Anything?
we passed by a couple pine trees, man. Oh, you weren't here. Yeah, there were a couple trees. Are they still around?
Yeah, there's a few trees scattered about.
Stuff yourself with pine again.
I'm gonna. Can you help?
I will pause to help pack him up.
Give me a perception check as you do.
Back it up, back it in.
Let me begin.
22.
As you were scrabbling at a tree to grab pine, your foot slips for a moment, and as you look down, you realize you are staring at what appears to be the frozen, burnt corpse of a kobold, lightly covered in snow.
Keep your eye out. I think it's around.
As you look closer, you note that the creature's body has numerous gnaw marks all across it.
Dead kobold here. Been chewed and burned and frozen. Terrible death. Should have stuck with one.
One of these frost tails they spoke of? Are you able to discern that?
Ice tails.
Ice tails, sorry.
I'll brush the body off and try to take a closer look at it.
You note that its scales appear to be an icy blue color, almost ideal for blending into the tundra around you.
And the scales of the longtooths were different, right?
Yep.
Alright. Eric's not know what Icetail look like, but this not look like Longtooth, so...
I'm gonna guess yes.
Also, my god, do I stand out like a sore thumb.
Why, what color are you?
Orange-red mottled. Or orange mottled red-brown, something like that. Orange-red mottled brown.
Perception check from everybody.
Good old dice rolls on kobold scales. What in the just happened?
What?
I didn't get a 20, I got a 17.
Well, way to let the group down.
I got nothing.
As you all look about the area, you spot not too far away what looks to be a small pack of kobolds who nearly blend in with the ice, though with your all exceptional vision at this moment, you have no problem spotting as they seem to be running in a small herd in your direction. You count 9 of them.
I cast Shillelagh.
You guys want to just hide and hope they already see us, I guess.
They are heading in our direction.
Well, I was kind of hoping they were running away from, or we'll run into the trap that the ram thing. Never mind. Ramrod.
In
Sagar Ramrod.
in Draconic. Wait, brethren, don't attack!
Does anybody else speak Draconic?
No, they do not.
I don't remember. No, I do not.
Alright, give me a perception check. Really the only one that matters here then is Eric's.
18.
Alright. The rest of you hear what sounds like almost yips, growls, and weird grunting-like noises. Eric's, you successfully interpret this as Draconic language, uttered by kobold throats. Bug! The bug! The bug! And as you watch, they seem to angle slightly as if to get away from both your group and continue running in the direction they were heading. They are about 50 feet away from you, angling away.
Think they're running from the bug.
Can you slow him down? Let him eat him?
Not in particularly effective way.
precision is blown. They might, if they seen us, they've definitely seen us now that you called out to them. I fear many more. Anyways, worry about that later. Get ready.
I'll point out that their angle is, they've adjusted. Not running at us, running nearby, trying to get away from Bug, shouting the bug, the bug.
I fear there'll bring more, that's all. It's not your fault. Just get ready.
Anybody else doing anything?
At this point, I'd like to start looking for any naturally poisonous plants found in this location.
I will shout.
Give me a
back out
perception disadvantage.
as they
You'll what?
as they continue their run. Bug chasing?
Big bug!
Behind?
They continue to run past you. You are unable to spot any that you can identify quickly, Zook.
Alright, as they pass, I'm going to ready my bow and keep an active perception up for differences in ground, be it tremors or the visual cues that we've been alerted for.
Are you moving, or are you staying where you are?
I don't want to remain... Is there a tree nearby?
Just the one that you were just ripping pine off of. As you look to your chittering blue halfling friend.
Yeah, was I successful in kind of hacking him a little bit?
You were starting to grab some pine when you slipped on the kobold body.
Alright, I'm going to... I will readjust to pack him with pine quickly. And then I'm going to... I guess try to climb up the tree a bit.
Alright, give me an athletics check.
Nat 20, no modifier.
Alright, you scrabble quickly up the tree, finding a nice perch on a branch that you're pretty sure would support no one else.
Can I do something? I'm gonna say, Zook, be ready. I think a bug is coming. And I'm gonna say, Zook, he lost his book, but still boasts for ages. Zook, we'll take a look and scribble spells in dirty pages.
This is happening.
How high is the branch that I chose? I'm assuming like...
You're about 10 feet up.
Given my new height, can I see any better? Anything?
You can give me a perception check.
Never mind.
No, you do not.
I'd like to search my immediate area for a liftable, sizable rock.
No. Anybody else?
I'm gonna spread out so that what'd they say, 15-20 foot centipede won't be able to get more than one of us in a ambush at once. Also
right.
trying to hoping to like go towards another tree to maybe the roots will slow it down.
The nearest other tree you spy is about 70 feet away.
Alright, I'm just gonna stay by this tree.
Okay, so I got the group of you clustered around the tree.
Wait.
You see no sign of anything else coming.
Oh, that's not what I want.
I'm going to call out to the group. Everyone stand still. If it's a burrower, it might sense vibrations. And I'm going to use Minor Illusion to cast big bass tones by the foot of the tree that the kobold has gone up.
So
Why would you?
The one that we're right.
the tree we're all at, that I climbed 10 feet.
Oh, hold on. We're
everybody's
all
walking around.
open. I thought there was a separate tree.
Yeah,
Alright,
70
how
feet
about-
away.
70 feet away.
Okay, then how about I'll do it maybe 20 feet in front of the group, out into the clearing.
Do it 30 feet, man. 30 feet.
Large bass rumblings echo across the tundra. You're pretty sure anything relatively near could hear it. What do you guys do?
Oh, man. I'm going to take it. I don't know.
I'm going to stand 10 feet away from Pavu in a supportive position and stand full on defensively.
Dodge action.
I stand defensively.
Dodge action.
Dodge action.
I'm going to eliminate that from your vocabulary one of these days.
Dude, that's 10 years before you.
I will wait for... Yeah. I'll wait for a moment to see if there's anything that emerges after the tones before I will descend from the tree and begin heading in the direction that the kobolds came from.
Alright, nothing seems to emerge, so you drop from the tree, and you start heading in that direction.
Kobolds yell about Bug. Bug must be this way. It not come to us, we go to it.
Okay, I suggest we walk in a wide formation and all be ready to dodge out of the way if it attacks us from below.
I will spread out and begin walking.
Alright, how far apart is everybody standing?
Well, considering it's not wide enough to eat a gnome hole, I think 10 feet is...
I'll stand 20. Using the dodge action.
I'll send 10.
Yeah, I'm 10 feet from Pavu.
Yeah, I'll go with 10.
Pavu's 10 feet from Eric's, and Jay is 20 feet from everybody.
Sounds right.
And this is where Jay gets singled out.
Zook?
I approach Pavu. Pavu, think I might be able to rest on his shoulder? I might have a better view from up there.
My eyes visibly narrow to see if he's kidding.
With the grin on my face, you can't tell.
Considering your previous history, I think the rear flank might be wise.
I am not a horse.
Hi.
Of
You
course,
did
of course. I'll
Of course, of course, of
carry
course, of course.
I'll carry up the rear.
You did what?
10 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet, 40 feet, 50 feet,
Ah.
5 feet,
10 feet.
10
You
feet.
got makeup?
Alright.
You should have put it on earlier.
Perception checks?
Are you gonna take it off before bed?
21.
Lawrence, I got a not nat 20 survival heading.
Yeah, you didn't really, you could tell where they came from.
I just rolled it in case you wanted it.
Okay. So as you head in that direction, it's not long before you reach the point where you first spotted the kobolds, where they were already fleeing. Jay and Eric's and Pavu, I don't think I have a roll here for... There we go.
Did I not queue up? Sorry.
So everybody except for Zook. You spy what appears to be a massive patch of ice before you. Unfortunately, it seems to spread in all directions before you, both left, right, and ahead. Almost as if you're walking across a lake of ice.
Careful footing.
Do my eyes spy something that is blue and or orange?
Well, the ice itself seems to reflect blue.
And
Without moving further, you do not spy anything orange.
I am orange.
Yes, that's fair. You do spot Eric's.
Do I spy any
Make a
cattails?
knowledge local to see if I know of this lake.
Sure.
What are you missing?
Disadvantage?
No, this would be normal.
Oh, slippers.
What would it be? Survival?
Knowledge of nature, so intelligence based.
Oh, no way.
14.
Oh, I will say. Thank you.
To the best of your knowledge, you're not super familiar with this area, though you don't recall any lakes.
And I was like, yeah, it's clear, and he came to check.
This is not a lake, I say, and I kind of stop at the edge and pull out the spear.
Can I cast Mage Hand? And I'm gonna say
You got your backpack?
maybe I should just tap on it a little bit. Huh? I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and then have it like beat in a slow drum.
I am going to move away from that.
Not right next to me. Sorry. Like 20 feet away from me.
I am going to keep away from the slow drum of your mage hand on the ice.
Give me a performance check.
Dave begins to drum the opening of Hot for Teacher.
18.
Alright, you managed to simulate the solid walking pace of a creature. A very light creature, as you can only exert a very small amount of force. Though your systematic drumming seems to have the warranted effect, as a rumbling sound starts to echo about you as you feel your feet beneath your feet, the ground beneath your feet start to shake. With a crack and a blast, a massive blue centipede-like creature appears, bursting forth as its top of its head seems to fan out in a massive fan. A sound bursts from the beast's mouth. Let me find a good battle sound.
We should have done this as a plan and readied actions.
Well, no one thought it was actually going to work, so...
You also just started drumming on the ice without really...
Hey man, I sing with an accompanying drum. I don't know what to tell you. That was my first thought.
Oh, hey, that's not bad. Perfect. I'll be right back real quick.
Hey, could you just pour the rest of the coffee in that and start?
Really? We get to combat and everyone's like, alright, I'm gonna go away now. That makes sense.
No, it's off. It's old coffee.
I have tequila.
Adam, yours is 24?
Yes.
Wow, that's really almost everyone. Good lord.
Yeah. It's great. Let's start combat. Alright, bye! Oh, I guess combat's not the big draw with you guys.
Just surprising. Before the worm came up, I thought Ryan had fallen asleep again.
So, Lawrence, Adrian and I played Gloomhaven, and we technically won and retired your character.
Cool.
If that's okay.
Yeah, whatever.
So, if we ever play again, you can create a new character.
Are you just saying it so you're trying to draw me back in, or did you
No, we actually did.
Hmm.
And his too, and I should basically probably just create a new character as well.
So new group.
Yeah, probably.
So lose all those group achievements.
Yeah, I don't quite know how that works.
You lose the group achievements. You lose the group achievements. The world achievements stay, the group achievements go.
Yeah. Yeah, so probably.
Dave, check this out.
Yep.
I've been collecting something, and Lawrence knows, but I think it'll be relevant to your interests. I'm started working on what campaign I'm gonna have for you guys next.
Okay.
I found a couple things that might be relevant to your interests.
What does that mean? Like, my interest as a character, as a player, as a...
Look at my screen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as he pulled it up, I was like, that's Dave and Monster Hunter.
Well, I never actually played Monster Hunter, but I heard it's a good game.
It's a game up your alley, apparently, Dave.
You get the
Ha! You get nothing because you got booted.
you get the gist of what I'm saying there. So it'd be like a there's a couple books that have come out along that line. The first one was Beasts, the second is Aberrations. There is a dinosaur one that I saw.
Yeah!
Alright. Now that everybody's back. Eric's, you're up.
Alright, so I believe you said this thing emerged 20 feet away?
Yep.
Alright,
This thing seems to, you'd estimate it's about 25 to 30 feet long, with its upper body rising up well over 12 feet. And its fan spreading out another 9.
It's a small thing. 15 to 20 feet, they tell the gnome.
Wait, I'm sorry. So 12 feet up.
Yep, it's reared up. Its front half is reared up about 12 feet. It's about 25 to 30 feet long, and
So it's about 15 feet
fan
in the
weight
ground.
fans out about 9 feet.
So it's about 15. It's 15 feet still in the ground.
About 20 feet still in the
Approximately.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean 17 if you want to get. Okay.
You said approximately. I gave you an approximation.
I said 20. You said 30.
He was agreeing with your approximation. Alright, so I'm going
That's
to...
10 feet. That's a lot.
Well, you're not taking a yardstick to it.
Not yet.
You're right. I'm not. But I'm.
Drag this ass back to camp. I'm going to...
As you watch, it spikes along its back, along its spine, seem to start to glow brighter and brighter orange, until you can literally feel the heat radiating off of it.
At least Dave won't have to make a con save.
Get close, Dave. Huddle up to that bad boy.
Take one as a trophy when it's dead. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to... I'll take my 40 feet, moving away from...
Goodbye!
my usual course of action. I want to dart away, keeping off the ice as much as
It
possible.
makes you feel better. He was going to ambush you for real, but I had to give in to Dave's idea.
It was a good idea. Like I said, we should have planned for it accordingly. So 40 feet away, and I will fire 2 shots
2 shots.
and spill my coffee. Sweet.
You're drinking coffee at 9 at night?
I had an overnight last night. I didn't get up till 4.
Fair.
Also, I have tomorrow off, so.
Ooh.
First attack is going to be a 24.
A what?
24.
Yeah, that hits.
And the second one will be a 19.
Yeah, that hits too.
I forgot he's a badass archer.
First arrow is going to do 7 damage. second will do 11.
Alright. Both your arrows pierce the chitinous hide, shattering but dealing real damage to the beast, which hisses and roars back at you. Clearly unhappy to be harmed.
Ah! No! The halfling! Get the halfling!
I snap Eric's a look.
Dodor, you're up.
Unimpressed. If I can do that as just a free action.
Yeah, sure.
Pissed that he said that.
Dodor, you're up.
Sorry, I'm looking up the wording for this this ability. I know we made a mistake last time. How far is it away from me?
From you, 20 feet.
All right, it's 10. All right. I cast Shillelagh and go and thwack it.
Alright. Make your attack roll.
And going thwacking.
Yeah. Nat 20 does a 14 break.
14 does break.
Nice.
Ooh.
Shout out to Lawrence.
Nice. I'm going this year if anybody else is coming.
Not this year.
What was it? I couldn't see it.
Oh, it's the Pax Stein from last time I went to East with Lawrence.
I want to go. I love that shit, but I...
How much damage there, Chris?
Sorry, I was looking at the spell. It's been a while. 16.
Alright. Well, your shillelagh smacks into the creature. With each blow, a wave of heat blasts off and burns your flesh. 12 damage fire.
12?
Just deal yourself. Holy shit.
Dave, read chat also. I know you're shoveling your face, but...
Anything else?
Nope.
Babu, you're up.
Here we go. I'm gonna take a whole bunch of fire damage.
At least you healed up before this?
Yep, let's do this shit. There's an 18 hit.
18 hits. Plated salads, Dave. What are we? Rabbits?
It's plated?
No, it's gonna be stations, and the only thing that's gonna be that's plated is the salad.
What are we? Rabbits?
Oh. No, I'm cool with that. Wait, where's my dressing? Better be at a station.
I think
They're
You don't
probably
get them.
pre-dressed. No, they're probably pre-dressed. Like oil and vinegar or some shit like that.
yeah, or maybe like poppy seed bullshit.
I'll be pissed. If it's poppy seed bullshit, I'm gonna be mad.
Mike.
What's wrong with poppy seeds?
Bring your own drink.
BYOD. Nice.
So what's up, Pabu?
Sorry, I'm looking something because like my character is half written down. Apparently.
That's always good.
Yeah. That's what happens when you don't have gear. You just
That
skip
means you
over.
should have more stuff written down.
No,
Can a
you
bug
just
cry?
skip over a bunch of shit.
Type at him. Type. Or don't.
Oh, fit. Yep. All right, I'm good. All right, so I hit damage. Oh, if I hit, they have to roll a DC of 12. Otherwise, that motherfucker starts crying.
Beat it.
Damn. How great.
You take 5 points of fire damage, by the way, though.
That's fine. He takes 11 damage.
Alright. As your spear strikes home, cracking some more chitin.
And then I'm going to action surge and attack him again.
Okay.
Possible critical. 19.
Thank you, Lawrence. Sorry to make you choke on your vape.
That's beautiful.
This is what it sounds like when bugs cry.
Oh, Prince. Alright, so does a 19 again. So
Yep.
that's a crit. DC at 12. You better be rolling them.
I'm rolling your damage.
Oh.
I failed the DC, but you dead, motherfucker.
Yeah, it passed, and you take 7 more fire damage.
Did I get a max roll?
No, you had 2 hits. So you had 2 rolls.
It's a crit 2 hits? I thought it was just a really substantial hit.
You said you hit twice.
I
How?
27 damage.
You said you had like an 18, and then you said I got a potential crit.
I don't recall saying anything about an 18.
Alright, well in that case you only get the first set of rolls, so you actually only took 7 damage.
Okie dokie.
How much damage for your second hit there, Ryan?
It was 27 total.
27 total. Okay, so another 16. Okay. The creature rears up even higher, clearly looking to slam down upon its little foes before it. Jay, you're up first up. So you all got great initiative rolls.
And how much did it take? 9 fire?
You took a total of 12.
A total of 12?
Yeah.
Between 2 turns?
Between the 2 hits, yeah.
Okay. Shit.
Damn it.
What?
Adam Dave.
You can inspire the Remoraz.
No, like my one attack spell will make him run away. Which I don't think we want.
Well, yeah, don't do that. Get him, though.
So instead, I will... Hey, Lawrence, do you think I can cast Fairy Fire with only getting the Ramrod in it?
The what?
The Ramrods?
Closer. You can try.
It's a 20-foot cube. Do I think I could fit him in a 20-foot cube without getting anything else?
Yeah.
Alright, I will cast Fairy Fire.
What's the DC?
The DC is Dex, and it is 15.
It succeeds.
Motherfucker. Alright, in that case, that is my turn.
Okay. Finally getting a turn to act. The creature looks down at the 2 foes that hit it. Seems to hiss spittle in Eric's direction and slams down at the foe that hurt it the most. Attacking Puff. Your AC is a
14.
There we go. 14, hitting you for...
I am going to use Stone Endurance.
So that, what, reduces it?
D12 plus con to negate damage.
To negate all damage?
No. I negate D12 plus Constitution damage. You want to roll it or you want me to?
You can roll it.
I negate 11 damage.
Alright, so you end up taking 12 normal piercing damage and 5 fire damage.
5 total.
So I have you at 20 of 49 now. Total damage 29.
You have me at what?
20 of 49.
Should be lower than that.
I just dealt total of 29 damage to you.
I was at 32.
I had you at full. I put you at full.
Oh, so you did it all.
I put everybody back to full, yeah. Because nobody rolled for the sleep overnight, so.
I was taking the damage. I took into account the damage of the blowback.
What?
From the spines?
Yeah, that's already included, yeah.
So you're giving me a total
You
damage.
reduced
I had
it, yeah.
already... Okay, so on my sheet, I had already taken the spine damage out. So you're doing total?
No. So, you already had 12 damage on you, right? You had 12 damage from all the fire before.
I'm at 32 right now, before I get attacked.
I have you at 37 before you get attacked. Because I had you up to full, and you've taken 12
49.
points of fire. What do you have your max HP at?
49.
Yeah, so if you took 12 damage before your attack, you're at 37.
Okay.
49 minus 12 is 37.
No. I understand that. I don't know why
I mean, if you want to take an extra 5 points of damage, I'll bring you down another 5 points of damage.
I don't want to. I'm just trying to be legit about this. That's all.
No, I hear you. So I have you at 29 damage taken, so you're at 20 of 49.
Okay, total 20 of 49? Alright.
Yes.
Alright.
And the creature whips its body around, encompassing the four of you. Eric's is too far away. Zook, you're up. As you feel the heat radiating off of this beast. Good news, Jay, you're warming up quite nicely now.
So I've been encompassed by this creature?
It is right around you, yeah. You are in melee with it at this point.
Okay. Am I grappled in any way, or could I freely escape?
I mean, you're not grappled, no. I won't say you can freely escape, but you're not grappled.
Alright, then with a two-handed strike, I will attack with my longsword.
Okay. Hi-ya!
Does a 16 hit?
Yep.
Alright, that will be for 9 damage.
Give me a con save for your longsword.
Uh, 19.
Alright, your sword survives. Anything else?
Has this thing formed more or less a wall around me, coiling multiple times, or do I feel I could duck under or hop over it?
It's curled around, so it's not like encircling you, but it's next to you.
Alright, if possible, I'd like to get out of its reach.
So you're trying to move away?
Yeah, I am trying to move away. I know it's going to have an attack of opportunity.
And it attacks. What's your AC?
11.
And it hits.
Mm-hmm.
4. Where's that goddamn D10? 25 regular and 8 fire.
Oh my god. I'm down. Jesus.
Oh yeah, you are.
Yeah, yeah.
With a shriek, Zook, in his attempt to flee, gets battered aside, and you can literally see smoke curling off his limp form as it collapses in the snow. Once again, Zook is dying.
Pretty sure the 29 did it.
It's not enough.
29 do it?
Oh yeah.
I have 25 health. Max.
Yeah, you said 29, and I was like, oh, no. No. Not good.
Alright, it would be Eric's turn, but he's not here. So, Dodor, you're up. Way to go, Zook! You hit it, and then you die.
He hit it and quit it.
I'm gonna sigh audibly
Technically, I
and
forgot
loud.
to roll it. You would have taken an extra 6 points for hitting it, too. But I forgot to do that. Not that it matters. Go ahead, sorry.
I'm gonna sigh audibly and very loudly. Pavu
Dave,
tried
did he hit it and quit it?
No, about fucking
Zook falling again.
Zook dying again.
IRL, yes, on me. In character, on Zook.
Try to grab his attention, Pavu. I gotta get Zook up.
I have his attention.
Fuck is this spell called again? The Druid Heal.
Still cure.
It's Cure Wounds, right? Yeah.
It's all cure, no matter what. What level are you casting?
2nd level.
Mike is like, I'm down again. Fuck.
D8 times 2.
Yeah, 2d8.
Let somebody
plus
else soak the
modifier.
attack of opportunity before you try to run, man.
See? I remember this shit.
You're squishy. Remember that.
13 plus 4, 17.
HP or?
Yeah.
Congratulations, Zook. You regained consciousness.
And are almost at full health. Because you're a
And-
fucking...
As you smell your own charred body seem to repair itself.
I'm gonna use my Halo of Spore. 2 necrotic damage.
Alright. Anything else?
No.
Eric's, you're up.
Sorry about that. Negatives of coffee.
Bullshit, I drink like 6 cups a morning.
Big old poop.
Oh yeah.
Alright, how is this bug position now?
It is intertwined in and among your friends.
Is it large enough to where I'm not firing into combat, or...
Yes.
Okay, assuming I'm still 40 feet away, I will just fire.
You are roughly 30 feet from it because of how it moved. But yeah.
Chris got Warcaster. Yeah, we'll fire.
I completely forgot I had that, even though it is in my notes.
That's big things, man. Casting in combat.
Which is why this will probably only work this one campaign.
I'm gonna try to ensnaring strike.
Ensnaring strike. What book is that in?
PHB 237.
PHP 237.
It's a strength save. Large has advantage. So I don't figure it's gonna work, but
Alright, what's my DC?
gotta give it a shot anyway. 13.
Oh, it wins.
Yeah.
Nat 20. First roll, nat 20. Yeah, it's good. As you cast it, the vines instantly shrivel away.
It will get hit though. $19 damage.
That's not true, Ryan. You got one. You got one early on, Ryan. What are you talking about?
Oh, athlete.
Yeah, and you were like, no way, that's too powerful for me. And they're just like, oh, okay. Alright. Sorry, that just reminded me of one for somebody else. We did track some info on. Alright. So how much? Yeah, you told me damage. Anything else there, Eric's?
No, that'll be it.
Okay. Pavu, you're up.
Alright, I'm going toe to toe with this thing, so. Here we go. Nat 1.
Woo! Alright, as you swing at it, you lose your footing on the icy ground, fall flat. Unfortunately, you come into contact with the beast as you fall. And I roll 1, so you take 2 points of fire damage.
The gods smile.
I was waiting for this like Mortal Kombat pit scene with you and the spikes.
Actually, Lawrence, I want to make note of that.
Of what?
With my character's backstory, with the whole shaman and I'm a chosen one type of thing.
Gotcha. Alright. So you feel unusually lucky on that?
Yeah.
Alright.
I kind of like give a look to the sky and smile.
As this giant centipede-like thing stares down at you toothfully.
Don't care.
Ah! Ignore you. Ah!
Nope. Don't care. That's part of it. It's like God of War. Going back to it. Like, all right, here we go.
I see you.
Yep.
All right, Jay, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna, since I'm engulfed in this thing anyway, I'm gonna go over and secure runes Pavu.
Give me a acrobatics check to get over there without touching it.
Acrobatics, you say?
Yep.
Oh, that's right. How much damage did I do? Oh, 2, that's right. Okay. Never mind. Sorry.
I wasn't
15.
sure if you were just being a dick to me or something there for a second.
No.
Really,
I,
man? Really?
I was like, really? I only took... Oh, right. I only...
What was your check, Dave?
15.
All right, you managed to nimble foot using the ice to your advantage as you slip and slide beneath the creature's writhing legs and body. You find yourself next to Pavu.
That's good flavor text. No, seriously, that was good. That like completely painted a picture for me. I was like, dope.
I mean, I don't know what good a job I do, but that is what I go for, so thank you.
So Ryan, you get 15 health back.
Woo!
You had me at 18, right, Lawrence?
Yep, I have you at 33 now.
Alright.
Get back up, big man. We got a bug to crush.
Ew. All right.
What was it, 33?
Yeah. With single-minded ferocity, the creature continues to focus on Pavu.
I like the pause first, though.
Well, I had to think. It's like, was there anything that would have changed its mind? And it's like, no, nobody else hit it this round. So
No. Big
nobody
move.
else tried to hit it this round.
That's a lie.
Well, yeah, but you're so far away that it's got this guy right in front of him. You didn't hit him this round,
fair.
Chris. No, you didn't. You healed.
2 necrotic damage. Hello, a spore.
Yeah, but you spored it. It's not aware of it. It didn't see you hit him. Asshole.
Every HP counts, damn it.
That's how you know we're all playing Magic again. It's like, yo, 2! That matters! Put it down!
Pavu, you take 22 points of piercing damage and 12 fire.
Fuck your heal.
Yep!
Which I believe drops you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then some.
Damn it, I wasted my
Pavu
heal.
collapses to the ground. The creature taking a chunk of flesh back as its head rears back, giving a mighty scream of
Wasted my
triumph
heal.
as it sees its first foe fall. The creature does a sinuous twist and turn, bringing its head ever closer to Eric's, its next pest of a foe, but does not move out of threat range of anybody else. Just reoriented. Zook, you are awake and prone.
How close am I to this creature?
It is nearly standing on you.
Alright, I would like to stand up, I would like to disengage, and I would like to move 12 and a half feet away from it.
Okay. You do so.
12 and a
Give me a dex check to keep your balance on the ice.
It's 15.
Alright, you retain your feet as you move about 12 feet away. Anything else?
I'm done.
Alright. Eric, you're up again.
Alright, this thing's watching me, right?
Oh yeah. Its beady, bulbous, buggy eyes are staring right at you with red, violent hatred.
Touche, Ryan. Alright, I'm going to... No! Big friend! And I'm going to try to... I know you said he's kind of tangled around. I want to try to draw him in a straight shot that'll affect the party less, but also kind of separating him from Pavu's fallen body.
So you're, moving 30 feet back?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot again. first.
Oh, he's gonna eat you.
He gonna eat you. He gonna swallow you whole.
Crit threat. 17, which I believe hits.
Yep.
11, 17. $25 damage.
25 fucking damage. Holy shite.
Nice, man. That's why I love Badger. Pump it out.
High Dex and Colossus Slayer.
Yep.
Alright. Yeah, your arrow strikes home once again, causing a greenish black ichor to leak from the wound. As you can see, its chitin is cracked and broken in numerous places.
Eric's over here, ugly!
Alright, Dodor, you're up.
Okay.
Get some.
No, I'm gonna get you up, so I'm not gonna get some. But it says wild. It says wild shape improvement on the 4th level, but I'm not seeing any notes for the 4th level or what the improvement does.
Read wild shape.
Am I missing that? I was expecting it like in the 4th level.
I think you can
breakdown.
swing now on 4th level.
All right, let's just skip that. I'll look for it in a minute.
4th is swim and fly.
Okay.
I think fly is 6th.
Half
Or 7.
CR, no flying speed, so like a crocodile.
All right, I'll look it up on myself. I just missed that. Just a couple druids in the party already. Yeah, necrotic damage.
There's no save against that? It's just auto?
Auto, yeah.
Cool.
That's so small damage. 2 damage.
Every bit counts, man. Come on.
That's right.
Count it.
Gotta wheedle it down from 20.
And I will give Pavu some HP.
You have a ranged healing, or you're moving to it?
To him.
Give me an acrobatics check.
$23.
Alright. You show Jay up and show him how ice dancing really is as you slide, bending backwards Matrix style underneath the beast's body, coming up, snapping to, right on top of Pavu. Your hand reaching out already to cast your heal.
11 plus 4. 15, sir.
Thank you.
I have one more 2nd level spell left, so make it.
I'll make this count.
Just in time, as it's Pavu's turn.
He's gonna kill himself.
Yeah, whatever. That's how I do.
What's the Warcraft cry for WoW? Like, break yourselves against my...
Break yourselves upon my body.
Possible crit. 19 plus...
After you stood up, I assume?
Yeah. So I stand up for my movement. 19 plus... I mean, I know it breaks. It's 25.
Yep.
And then for crit threat... 16?
Hits.
Ah, nice. So, first attack, 7 damage. Oh, did it break the DC for crying?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, they're... You hit
Okay,
once or
so-
twice?
No, 7 for the first attack.
10 fire damage.
Nice. I rolled a 1 and a 2. So 7 and 8.
So 15 damage.
Yep.
And you fall unconscious from the second blow.
Nice.
So you stand up. Ah! Ah!
No, don't care.
Seeing another one go down. Sylvanas, damn it!
As long as I'm dealing damage, I don't care.
In fairness, Chris, it's not another one go down. It's the same one go down.
Same one.
It's the one you just got up.
It's
Like, thanks.
for like the third time.
And
Well, this will be the third person I get up.
Jay isn't here, so we'll skip to the Remorize's turn. Which charges at Eric's. Those of you around it, you can take a reaction if you'd like. Except for the unconscious one.
So, question. If... Wait, I've already used my reaction. Never mind. Go ahead.
Zook?
I thought I moved out of range.
You did, that's correct. Never mind. Eric's. Jay. Oh, wait. Okay.
Yay!
So- He attacks Eric's with a charge.
Can I ask a question before we proceed, though, real quick?
Sure.
If I had the available reaction, if I were to cast Moonbeam on it, it technically started its turn there, and as it charges out...
No, it would not technically start its turn there. But the first time it enters it, as it's there, it would.
Duly noted.
Jay, since you're back before I finish his turn, you have a reaction as the thing charges Eric's.
Cool.
You would have had a turn beforehand, but you weren't here.
That's okay.
What are you doing for your reaction?
I'm trying to hit it, and I fail miserably.
What was your roll?
You
You don't even know?
No, well, I'm adding my... it was a 9.
Yeah, no, that doesn't hit. Okay, so yeah, it charges Eric's. So advantage. Eric's, what's your AC?
15.
Connecting. 4. And 15 regular. And 9 fire. So 10 of 34 is what you have yet.
Yep.
Alright. As the creature stands over you, yes. That leads us to finally Jay can have his turn.
Okay, I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers. 234, player handbook.
What's my DC?
15, Wisdom.
It fails.
Do work, Dave. Do work.
$11 damage.
Is that good?
No.
No. As the creature rears up, clearly writhing in pain, as it goes to move, it collapses, still to the ground.
I dealt damage!
I was just looking up how, because I haven't used it yet, I was looking up how Cower worked for Kobold, but you killed it, so I guess we don't have to worry about that.
The beast drops to the ground with a thunder echoing across the open tundra around you. The ice and hard ground beneath your feet seems to jump beneath you as the weight of the beast comes down wholeheartedly. The heat from the creature almost instantly starts to dissipate as the beast cools, and whatever internal mechanisms create its heat shut down.
To the party. Does anyone have a dagger?
I produce a dagger.
Is it sharp?
No, it's quite rusty and dull.
Yep, my dagger's gonna break against this thing, but I'm gonna try to take something from it anyway.
So nobody else has... Oh, that's right. We pretty much have nothing. So I'm going to use my spear and carve the eyeball out.
Alright, give me a dex check.
Nope, wrong die.
At disadvantage.
Damn. It's like, oh, that's a great roll.
Spear for fine manipulation work. It's going to be pretty tough.
19. Oh, the 16 and the 17.
With a wet squelching sound, you manage to pry one of the Remoraz's glowing red orbs from its carapace-like face.
I smile, like, almost childishly at this. And then stick it into the bag. Actually, no. I'm not even going to stick it in the bag. I'm going to hold on to it.
Okay.
My trophy.
Can I knowledge nature to discern any useful parts from this?
Adam, you got a book for that?
I don't know if the Remoraz is in, but I'll check it. What's it count as?
Monstrosity.
No. Monstrosity volume's not out yet.
Alright, give me a basic intelligence check.
$11.
You have not the foggiest clue what might be valuable on this creature.
Par for the course. I know nothing of this area.
How much does it weigh?
I mean, it's a 30-foot long fucking beastie. Like, what do you want us to do? Drag it across the snow?
Kinda.
No.
How much can you drag?
1,000 pounds. It's a lot more than that.
If you want to take something, why not take that mace that we're not using and break off some of the spikes on his back or something? Actually,
I literally just carved an eyeball out, and I don't do that shit. That's not like my character. That's what you do all the time, is trophies, so do it.
yeah, actually,
A trophy? I thought that was just proof that we killed the damn thing.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna... Never mind.
There's a picture again, if you want ideas.
yeah, who's got that mace? I want to try to break one of the spikes off.
Well, if no one is wielding it, Ryan has it.
Well, Pavu, can I see the mace?
I definitely don't have a mace, but
It's
sure.
in the bag.
It's in the Yeti sack. Everything is in the Yeti sack.
So I will try to use the mace to break off one of the spikes.
Alright, give me a strength check.
14.
Alright, you all watch as Eric's clambers up the side of this beast, using his claws to find toeholds in the chitin. Takes the mace and starts whacking away at the spiked back of the creature.
God, that is a great image.
Yeah.
As you watch orange chips fly away, until finally, with a loud crack, one of the spikes breaks loose.
I happily hand the mace back to you, and I will just carry the spike. Okay, Eric's ready. We go back to town?
While all that was going on, I'd like to study this thing, each segment of this thing, seeing if I can figure out what created that exothermic reaction, and after that, seeing if there's any alchemy ingredients that might be useful for it.
So Zook wants to spend a couple days looking over this thing.
Not a couple days, a couple moments.
You want to figure all that out in a couple moments.
You're not.
I'm gonna
getting
scan
any
the body.
Exothermic reaction.
I'm looking at the. All right, I'm quickly checking each segment to see if there's anything I can.
It looks like a giant blue bug with orange spikes on its back from a quick perusal of the creature.
It's got an exoskeleton, so look at the spot that Eric's just opened up. If you actually want to figure out how that thing works.
I'll examine that spot, and while I'm doing so, I'll look for any alchemy ingredients.
So Zook wants to spend a couple days here.
16 survival to head back to town.
What's everybody else doing? I know
I'm
Eric's
already heading out.
Okay.
I'm gone.
Come on, Zook. Let's go.
I am actively paranoid about the kobolds that are probably going to circle back on us once these are figure out this thing's dead, and I'm keeping an eye out for them.
No, they got food now.
This is true. Still paranoid.
We also killed the beastie, so...
As soon as you step away from the beast, you realize the warmth of it was pushing off what seems to be an even more severe drop in temperature.
Whoa.
As you literally watch in the distance as a tree explodes from the cold. Everybody that doesn't have cold immunity, give me a con save. If you don't have warm weather gear, disadvantage.
Like the only time that I roll something that actually matters. Just a random race that actually matters.
Lawrence, sorry, real quick. You have to remind me. I don't roll disadvantage because I have the guard's gear on, or
You have the guard's cloak and everything, so you're not at disadvantage. You still have to roll, but
yeah. Okay.
I actually had a guard's tunic that I fashioned into a robe. Would I have this? Okay. Well, a tunic for a human is a full-body robe for a gnome.
still a tunic.
Okay.
Think about the t-shirt you're wearing. If you were smaller, would that be a warmer shirt?
If I was a baby, maybe.
No, it would still be a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Alright. You didn't want to admit it, but I'm sorry.
God, I started to put needles in.
Alright. Eric's, you get a level of exhaustion and take 1 point of cold damage. Oop, not 258, just 20.
Why am I bothering to pack myself with pine for no advantage?
Zook, you get a level of exhaustion and 2 points of cold damage. Ooh boy, 4. You get 2 points of exhaustion and 3 points of cold damage.
I was gonna say Dave dies.
I've got 1, 2, 1.
God, I hate exhaustion.
And a door, you get no exhaustion but 3 points of cold.
Duly noted.
Alright, who am I carrying?
Me,
Dave.
because my speed is
Okay.
my speed is half.
Halved. It's a V when you have.
Yeah, it's halved.
No, it's not.
I have to
I hate you.
annoy the shit out of you.
There you go. Fucking asshole.
Alright, so that was a 16 to head back to town.
Alright.
I'm gonna pick up Dave.
Warm in your victory, if not in the temperature outside, you start your cold trudge back to town.
Thank
And
you.
we'll end there.
Right.
Come on, I can't. I want to throw the eyeball down.
Good horsey.
We
If
got
you do
15
that,
minutes.
if you do that, it'll break and you'll have no evidence.